Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, September 3rd. Thanks again for joining in to our weekly PPACA webinars. As we move closer to November 1st, which is the opening of 2016 open enrollment, we will have information coming to you rapid fire. So hopefully you can at least register for my webinars, even if you can't participate, because you will get a recording. Just keep in mind that my weekly newsletter includes a lot of information, and that's going to be my communication with you about some of the things such as the certification, etc., that's coming up. So speaking of certification, FFM certification was supposed to be released on September 1st. We now find out that it's going to be released the week of the 7th, which is next week. So when it will come out, I don't know. The next bullet point you see, I do have my instructional webinar for the FFM certification scheduled September 9th at 10 a.m. So I may have to postpone that if the certification is not released, because quite frankly, I won't have anything to share. So just be mindful of that. I will let you know everything that I can as soon as I can, so you can open up your schedule. But I will certainly let you know if you don't hear that it's canceled, then it will still be on. Hopefully, I'll be able to provide the instructions on how to certify for individual in-shop for 2016. And keep in mind, Highmark is, according to what they're telling me, going to require agents that want to sell their products off exchange to also show proof of 2016 FFM certification. So just be mindful of that, because even if you don't want to sell on exchange, you would still have to do the certification if you intended to write Highmark products. Moving on to the next bullet point, I did mention this last week. Capital Blue Cross, URL, is one of the vendors that was selected by Capital Blue Cross to market the Medicare Advantage program. And the Senior Products Division is having a seminar at the Holiday Inn in Grantville from 8:30 to noon on September 15th. So if you are interested in attending that, I think it's certainly well worth your time to learn about the product. But you could register for that from our homepage or watch for that invitation. It's gone out a couple times already, and it's also going to be in my newsletter. So even though it's specific to the senior population and the Medicare Advantage program with Capital, I know a lot of you not only sell in the under 65, but also in the senior products sector. So again, probably worth your time of the office to attend that seminar. So Capital did have a couple meetings at their retail stores. The one that was held on the 1st, we do have some information. Elise attended that one. And then there's one being held today in the Lehigh Valley. But the information that was a takeaway was really pertained to 2016, and there's a lot of exciting things. So I wanted to just kind of talk a little bit about what's coming for Capital. So for cutoff dates for off exchange in 2016, and you know, we'll have more information on this as we get closer, but what they're saying is November 1st, which is the first day of open enrollment, to 12/28, December 28th, you can still apply for a 1/1 effective date off exchange with Cap Blue Cross. From 12/29 to 1/25, you can get a 2/1, and 1/26 through 1/31, very short time, you can get a 3/1. Again, the open enrollment runs from November 1st through January 31st. So this is what Capital's doing for off exchange, essentially pushing enrollment to the end of the month. Additionally, there are prescription changes. Rite Aid and Walgreens are no longer participating, or will no longer be participating, and letters will be sent out to Capital members that this affects. Some really exciting information is Capital Blue Cross in their 20 to 99 group segment is going to be offering a private exchange. They're going to have an employer, like an employer choice, which means that the employer can choose the plans, and then the employees can go in and choose from, the plan 1, plan 2, etc. Or they also have an employee choice where the employer just picks a plan level, a metal level, such as all silver plans, all gold plans, etc. And then the employees would be able to choose within Capital Blue Cross's products any of the silver plans or any of the gold plans that they want, depending on what the employer, what levels the employer decides to offer. So I think that's a pretty good way to go. With the shop through healthcare.gov, this was supposed to happen when the law was, first implementation in 14, and then it was pushed to 15, and it's still not going to be up and running for 16. So I think Capital's taking the right steps for this segment, the 20 to 99, to really offer, the best of both worlds. So speaking of good news, filings for individual, they did share the filings. We did have information in a link from the state filings, but this is just a little bit more specific, and I thought I'd share it with you. They have applied for a 5% increase on their catastrophic plan. Not a big deal. They had the lowest cost catastrophic plan in the marketplace. It's not a huge seller from my experience, the catastrophic plans, but they have filed for a 5% increase. They anticipate that they will still be the lowest cost catastrophic plan in the marketplace. They have filed for a 10% increase in the platinum plan. I think we all understand why they're doing that. Platinum plans are the quote-unquote Cadillacs of the plans, and they are raising premium to, of course, drive consumers to maybe a plan that they have a little bit more skin in the game. So speaking of those plans, they filed a 2% reduction on their gold plans, a 6% reduction on their silver plans, and a 4% reduction on their bronze plans. So they're heading in the right direction with the plans that are selling, such as the silver and the golds and the bronzes. So I think that's all good news. For the medically underwritten plans, the individual plans, Capital does still have a good amount of the old grandmothered medically underwritten plans for individuals. They're going to continue with those programs into 2016. Letters to the consumers and to your clients will be going out from Capital mid-September. So later this month, your clients can expect those letters, essentially saying that they can keep their plan. For those people that chose Capital Blue Cross and have a PPACA plan, for the plans, the PPACA plans that are retiring or changing significantly, they will be getting letters basically beginning of October about the discontinuation of their current plan and suggestions on the mapping of their new plan. So those are coming out in October. So I just wanted you to be mindful of that as well. And that's pretty much it. That brings us up to date. We have a lot of good things on the horizon that I really wish I could share right now, but unfortunately I can't. But just know that we have, again, a lot of good things coming down the pipe. And also a reminder, we are moving offices. So if you are local and you stop in as of Thursday late afternoon, we will not be in our current building. We will be moving and up and open for business on Monday, September 14th at our new address, which is 500 Nationwide Drive. It's right off 81 and Progress Avenue, so centrally located, a much larger building, and we're really excited about it and hope you stop by and see us at some point in our new building. So while you're formulating your questions and typing in your questions, just a reminder that our webinar is every Thursday at 9:30. So the next webinar is slated for next Thursday, which is the 10th at 9:30. So let me get these questions up and running. I have one. And Dana says, will the instructional webinar be recorded and available for those that cannot attend? Absolutely, Dana. If I have information, if the information is released and I can get it together to still have the webinar on the 9th at 10 o'clock, absolutely. If you register for the webinar, and you can go to our home page under I can't even get there. Our home page under current events, and I'm not sure why it's doing this, upcoming events, and register there. Right here is my webinar. So if you register, you'll automatically get a recording. Well, that's it. Looks like it's a day that no one has a lot of questions. Maybe you're just exhausted resting up for open enrollment for Medicare Advantage and also for the individual market. So I guess with that, I will just say that, as always, I thank you very much for joining in. And if you have any questions, you don't have to wait till Thursday. You can always reach out to me, and I'm happy to answer the questions that you have. I wish you all a wonderful holiday weekend. Hopefully you get some time to relax and spend some time with your family and loved ones, but hopefully you'll enjoy whatever you do. Enjoy yourself the balance of the week, and thanks so much for joining in. Bye-bye.